This is the easiest way to explain a good stretching routine. I'm going to add in modifications for beginners, and then I'm not really advanced, but I'll try to give you all the different levels of stretching here. I don't want to waste much time, so just follow along. You want to drop your belly down to the ground, looking up, bringing your shoulders away from your ears. Now breathe out. Shake your head no, yes. One more time. And then I keep this straight up and down, and I bring my arms forward and stretch my shoulders. Sit here for a few breaths, maybe 2 or 3 breaths. And then I come forward. I bring my hands so they're right above my shoulders, and I look up, keeping my shoulders away from my ears for a few breaths. Then I tuck my toes in, push back. You can bend your knees if you have to, but you're trying to push your shoulders and chest into the mat, pushing down, and then you can bicycle your legs, trying to keep your bum going towards the ceiling, like someone has a string and they're pulling it up. Remember, I'm going to come back down all the way onto my belly. Hands are wide here. You're going to come up and then down, following your head is down, then your head is up. One more time. Now we're going to go off to the side. Look to the right, look to the left, look to the right, and look to the left. Then I'm going to do everything on the ground first. So I'm going to roll over onto my back. Right here. Now, beginners, you can just be here and lift your leg up, or you can sit up and just push your chest as close to your knees as possible. Now, if you have more flexibility, you're going to thread the needle right here. So your left hand comes right in the middle of your legs, and then you pull in, and this elbow is pushing against the inside of this knee, stretching this glute and hamstring. And while I hold this, I make the alphabet with my ankles, or with my feet. So it's stretching the ankles and strengthening them as well. So once you get to Z, just make sure you're pulling your hips up off the ground the whole time. Then you switch. Pull in, do the alphabet, making sure to pull the hips up off the whole time. Then once you're done with the alphabet, I lay right here and I'm going to go left, right, then open up like a butterfly, left or right, left, open up like a butterfly, just kind of massaging out the lower back. And then I might do a couple of rocks. Some might be able to do this, some might not, and that's okay. You're just going to rock back and forth, come forward, massaging the spine, and also stretching the upper back and neck. After a while, I might try to bring my feet up over my head and hold. Just relaxing your neck as much as possible. And then slowly roll back down. Now you're going to straighten your legs, and you're going to bring the right leg up and bent, and you're going to turn, like you're wringing out your spine. This arm's going to go straight across, and you're going to look to the right and pull that knee down to the ground. Then your legs are straight. Bend your left knee, tip off to the side to the right, and you're going to pull this knee now across This arm's going across, and you're gonna look towards your left hand, and you're just kind of melting like butter, just squeezing and wringing out your spine. Just relax into it. Once you feel like you're nice and relaxed and you're not holding back any tension, probably 3 breaths or so, I'm gonna come back here, and then I'm gonna sit up and do some seated stretches, starting with a bent knee. And I'm gonna take my right arm, my right leg is straight, and I'm gonna put my elbow against the inside of my knee, and I'm just stretching over, pushing my elbow into my knee, flexing my leg so that it stays down on the ground. Now, if you can't do that and you need to bend, that's okay, but the point is to try and get it as straight as possible. If you can only come here, that's fine, but the goal is to come down as far as you can. I try to get my arm all the way on the ground. You sit here for a few breaths till you feel things kind of loosen up, and then I just turn now this direction. You're trying to pivot at the hips. You're not rounding your back. Now, it probably looks like mine is because I'm not very flexible, but I am feeling most of the pivot at my hips. So if you're only here for now, that's okay. Just keep tension, and each time you breathe out, try to pull just a little deeper, and you'll find in time you'll get even lower. And the goal is to just get as folded in half as possible. Then I'm going to take this hand, put it on the outside of my foot, and turn and look away. Now I'm going to feel a stretch right in here. Okay, and then we're going to repeat on the other side. So you're pushing on the inside of the knee, flexing the leg, and trying to just stretch the outside here of your rib cage. Now we're turning, stretching the hamstring here, trying to pivot at the hips. So you're sending your booty back while you're flexing your quad, keeping it on the ground. So if you're only here for now, that's fine. Just slowly, you're moving through. You're not just staying stagnant. At each breath, we're trying to just get a little deeper until you feel like you've reached your limit, and just relax into it. Now we're going to turn outside of the foot and put this hand behind your booty and turn. Okay, now both feet are going to come forward, and we're going to do the same thing. Try to pivot at the hips and just come down, 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 flexing the quads, trying to keep your legs flat on the ground. And it's an active stretch, so we're trying to move lower and lower with each breath. Again, if you're only right here, that's okay. Just stay here and keep trying to move a little further, inching ever so slightly. When you feel that tension, just stay there and relax into it. Okay, then we're gonna butterfly open here. If your legs are only here and out here, totally fine. The goal is to just slowly start leaning forward, okay? And if you're trying to get your feet closer, each breath, just try to bring them in a little bit more. And then push your knees down. And then if you are pretty flexible here, the goal is to just bend over as much as possible, pivoting at the hips, keeping your back flat. Okay, then we're gonna move into some lunge type stretches. Let's see. So we're gonna bring a front foot forward, or your right foot forward, left foot back, drop your hips, keep that heel on the ground, okay? And you can drop this knee and just send this knee forward, drop that knee, send this knee forward. Now, watch my back foot. I'm gonna tip it to the side, and I'm gonna turn open here, okay? Now I'm feeling a stretch in my ankle and in my inner thigh, okay? Now I'm gonna drop my knee. You can see we're just sitting here now like an L, and you're just gonna sit back with this leg straight and flexed, pivoting at the hips, remember? And you're just coming down as far as you can, feeling a stretch in your hamstring. If you're here, it's okay. Some of these stretches you may or may not be able to do if you have knee injuries, so just be aware of that. Now come back to where we started from, and we're gonna lift that knee. This hand, left hand, stays on the inside of the right foot, and you're just gonna turn and look towards the ceiling. Keep that arm straight up. Now, I'm gonna switch and bring my right hand in front of my, on the inside of my right foot. I'm gonna drop this heel. I'm gonna turn away from you here. Let's see. Drop that heel, and then I'm gonna stretch straight up here. Okay, for those that aren't as flexible, just be on your knee right here. Don't let that knee come over the toe on this one. Then we're gonna straighten the leg, okay? Keep that hand here or here. And then I'm gonna come right in front. You can be up here or down here. If you have blocks to hold on to, you can do that as well. And then I'm also gonna turn away now. Okay. Then I'm gonna come center. Legs are pretty wide here. I'm gonna have the opposite hand grab the opposite ankle and just twist open. And again, you can be up here if you need to, okay? And then center. Then we do everything on the opposite side. So we're in running stance. So hands are on either side of the foot. Then we drop that heel and just open up. See how I've twisted? I'm stretching this ankle, stretching this inner thigh. And we get in that kneeling position and then just send it back. Stretching, or up here. We come back into that kneeling position, come up. Now, opposite hand on the inside, the opposite foot, and turn. And send that hand straight up, looking up to the ceiling. Then switch hands, drop that heel, and come straight up now. Or be up here. Then we're gonna straighten the leg. We're straighten the leg up here. Just stretching, keeping that quad straight or flexed. Okay. Then I bring my feet forward and just do a forward fold, trying to send that booty up towards the ceiling and bring that belly into the thighs. I'm not super flexible, but those that are even less flexible, just bend your knees and just be thinking about getting that bum up, or you can be here. But a few breaths, you come down, up, bend your knees a little, come up, and then I try to come all the way down for advanced. You can do that. And then I'm going to cross one foot over the other, and you will turn the foot that is in front, turn towards that foot. So my left foot's in front, so I'm turning towards my left side, and I'm going to stretch my IT band right here. The back leg is straight, straight, straight. Front leg can be bent. Now, if this is too difficult, just be up here. And then we switch. Or you can be up here. And then I'm going to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Don't know if you can see me very good here, but I'm just going to send my arms back, push my hips forward, look behind me, touch my hands together. I'm going to come up, and then I'm going to push my hips to the right, my hands to the left. And I'm trying to look towards the ceiling, and then I do the opposite way. Then I'm going to push my elbows back, 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 back behind me, interlace them, push down, and then I try to bend over, sending my hands towards the ceiling if you can. If not, leave them here. And then I release them, and we call it a day. You can stretch quads as well if you want, but that's basically it.